my name is Valiendo Jimenez.
Hi, my name is Angelica Shonashi Toledo Torres.
Hi, my name is Luis Gerardo Sánchez Suárez.
Hi, my name is Jorge Eduardo León Álvarez.
Hi, my name is Alan Guadalupe Chávez Santos.
Hi, my name is Shexita Alejandra García Jimenez.
Hi, my name is José Emilio Ambriz Alejandro.
Hi, my name is Carlos Mario Jiménez Jiménez.
Hi, my name is Ana Paola Méndez Martínez.
Hi, my name is Axel Enrique Jerónimo Cornelio.
It was an ordinary afternoon, one of those where time slipped away between laughter, video games, and memes. Vi and Carlos were at Alex's house, sitting at the table. Some were on their phones, others on the computer, all looking for something to break the routine. Silently, as if the computer could smell the desperation, the screen flicked. A message appeared. To get out, found the lost code. Only the brave, united, and ways will escape. The fan was spinning lazily, and the smell of the cracked chips wafted through the air. At that moment, Juan and Emma entered the room. What are you watching? Juan asked. An online game, I think, Bea said suspicion. A game or a girls on a girl's computer? Emma joking. Minutes later, Leo, Valeria, Mateo, and Diana arrived, attracted by the rustled voices. Alex tried to hack NASA again, Leo smiled. Or get discounted on pizza, Mateo said. Whatever it is, it gives me a bad feeling, Valeria murmured. Alex, his eyes sparkling with excitement, was ready to press play. But just then Carlos said, "Wait. If why don't? This doesn't feel like a normal game." "Come on, Carlos. Since when this screen scares you?" Mateo said. "This isn't fair. This caution," Carlos protested. Before he could say anything else, Leo, the most impulsive of the group, jumped straight to the keyboard and pressed play. "If we're going to die, let it be epic," Leo shouted. Suddenly a loud sound. Stand down then and they fell into a vortex of light. One by one he opened his eyes. The floor was not larger than that of Alex's house, nor was it covered in crumbs. Now the floor was a gleaming white with clarity. Where? Emma said. The 5 guys were in the center of a float temple, suspended between islands that slowly returning it in the air. This isn't a video game, Valeria shouted, spinning around. What did you expect? A Mario Bros. Game? Leo said. Oh, yeah, I told you it was a bad idea. This is crazy, Carlos said. Relax, Carlos, Diana said. We're all here, and if we going together or not? In that moment, a voice resounded. You four have been chosen for the first game. Only one will find the code. You don't need to be stronger to win. Just trust your team. Suddenly, the platform where they stayed began to shake, and the beginning the sound as if the sky itself was spinning. The desperation flooded down them, and they ran to find a safer place. And before then appeared a golden door. Help me push it, Mateo shouted. This doesn't open. We'll die here. Emma cried. Alex, looking for another exit, saw the floating bridge. Wait, if the door isn't the way out? Alex briefly went to the floating bridge and climbed onto the first step. Alex, you're crazy, that thing going to fall, Emma yelled from behind him. With not another option, the five boys began to climb across the floating bridge. By one by they were passing by. The most of them were on the other side, but problem arose. Come on, Carlos, Emma screamed desperately. Carlos slipped due to a misstep. About to fall, he managed to grab on and jumped to the other side. The five already wondered if it was over. What happened to other friends? Carlos asked. But with being able to respond, the boys were thrown into the next game. Sometimes your reflection doesn't show you who you are, but who you need to be saved to those who trust you. The boys fell into a world of mirrors. The floor reflected their face, multiplied to the point of no return, as if they were traps in a kaleidoscope. Emma, if I get lost among so many reflections, will you come looking for me? Mateo asked. No, I'd rather take your improved reflection, Diana replied, crossing her arms. The boys, when they saw the slime in the mirror, noticed something strange. Sun reflex doesn't imitate us, said Emma, scared. Carlos went to check it out and stood in front of one, noticing that the mirror didn't jump and was only looking at with a face evil. They had an idea. Let's us follow the path of the mirrors that imitate us. And so he began his journeys, avoiding the bronze mirrors, touching the hands of the mirrors that tried to grab them. Suddenly Leo made a mistake going through the bronze mirror, causing the mirror to fall on top of it. When we left, the mirrors began to break. They arrived at a tower, climbed, started with symbols and numbers. The lights and symbols rose, they constantly change. The symbols meant something, their way sort of that. Climb until they reach a metal door which they open. Upon entering the door, they appear in a room. In the center of the room was a challenge, a binary code. The boys proceed to recite it so they could finally return home. But the closer they were to solving it, the more anxious they were. The boys started to pressure Carlos. Being under so much pressure, he became frustrated and made mistakes. The moment he made a mistake, everything began to shake. Carlos correct his mistake in order to save his friend. Once they had the answer, they appeared with old friends and the game was over. They wake up, they were lying on the floor of Alex's house, Helsing laughing and painting as if they'd run a marathon.
My name is George.
Mal ahí. Te hiciste muy para.
Bromeó. Leo, haciéndole muecas a un espejo que deformaba su cara. ¿Qué es eso? No, mejor llevo tu reflejo mejorado, respondió Diana.
5 razas de perro.
No.
Chihuahua, Pitbull, Doberman, Salchipapa, no.
by laughter and tears. On computer steals on a message flash tweeted, "Congratulations." A silence fell over them. Half-wind emotion. Alex, looking at the screen, smiled and said, "Never saw